Lewis Hamilton's highly anticipated Ferrari debut at the Australian Grand Prix was supposed to be a historic moment, the start of a new era. Instead, it turned into a disaster. After years of dominating with Mercedes, the seven-time world champion found himself fighting against not just his car, but also Ferrari's questionable strategy and poor communication. What should have been a fresh start quickly became a harsh reality check. Was this just a rough first race? Or has Hamilton already realized he made a mistake by leaving Mercedes? From the first laps, it was clear that Hamilton wasn't comfortable. The SF25 lacked stability in fast corners, making it difficult for him to extract performance. Immediately, Hamilton requested specific feedback from his engineer, Riccardo Adami, on where he was losing time. But instead of precise answers, he received vague and unhelpful responses. Now let's be real. This is Lewis Hamilton we're talking about. He built his career on precision and adaptability, but even the best need clear and accurate data. The fact that Ferrari couldn't provide it speaks volumes about their internal issues. If they don't fix this quickly, how long before Hamilton loses patience? One of the most frustrating moments came when Ferrari repeatedly gave Hamilton engine mode instructions at the worst possible times. Instead of focusing on racing, he was being distracted by unnecessary radio messages, leading to short, sharp responses that showed his growing frustration. The last thing Ferrari needs is for Hamilton to start doubting the team this early in the season. When the weather turned chaotic, Ferrari had one job: make the right call at the right time. Instead, they hesitated. Again. While Red Bull and McLaren reacted instantly, Ferrari waited, keeping Hamilton out on the wrong tires for far too long. Sound familiar? Because Ferrari has been making the same mistakes for years. While Hamilton was left sliding around helplessly, his rivals were switching to intermediates at the perfect time. As a result, he lost crucial positions, turning what could have been a podium fight into a battle just to stay in the top 10. Hamilton's frustration was impossible to miss, not just in his radio messages, but in his body language after the race. He joined Ferrari to win, not to be stuck in the midfield because of the same tactical errors that have haunted the team for years. Let's address the elephant in the room. Did Hamilton make a mistake by leaving Mercedes for Ferrari? It's only the first race, but the warning signs are already there. Ferrari needs to prove, fast, that they can give him a car and strategy worthy of his talent. If they keep fumbling critical moments, how long before Hamilton starts questioning his decision? And let's not forget, Leclerc, despite also suffering from Ferrari's usual blunders, looked more comfortable in the car than Hamilton. Is it just a matter of adaptation, or is Hamilton struggling more than expected with the SF25's handling? The pressure is already on, and we're only one race into the season. The good news? The season is just beginning. The bad news? Ferrari is already under fire. With the sprint race format adding more strategic complexity, Hamilton and his engineers will have even less time to fix their issues. Ferrari needs to be decisive, proactive, and, above all, responsive to their drivers. If they fail again, the conversation will shift from early struggles to Ferrari is wasting Hamilton's talent. The pressure is real. So Ferrari fans, can Hamilton and Ferrari turn things around? Or are we witnessing the beginning of another painful season for the Scuderia? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this analysis, hit the like button and subscribe to Formula One News so you don't miss any updates on this roller coaster of a season. Will Ferrari fix their mistakes, or is this just the beginning of another season of chaos? Let's discuss. The Australian Grand Prix started with high expectations for Ferrari and its fans. Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton were seen as strong contenders for the podium and, in an ideal scenario, even the win. But once again, reality hit hard. The race ended with Leclerc frustrated in position 8 while Hamilton never even got close to fighting for the top spots. For a team that dreamed of starting 2025 as true title contenders, this result was a painful reminder of past failures. Ferrari's strategy meltdown. Again! After the race, Leclerc didn't hold back his frustration, admitting that Ferrari wasted a golden opportunity in Melbourne. And honestly, he's 100% right. While rival teams reacted quickly to the changing weather conditions, Ferrari hesitated, again, costing both drivers valuable positions. This is the same old story. Ferrari doesn't lose races because of raw speed. They lose them because they can't make decisions when it matters. To make things worse, Leclerc himself made an error at turn 11, dropping multiple positions in just a few seconds. But even with that mistake, he could have recovered if the team had executed a solid strategy. Instead, Ferrari left both drivers out on dry tires for way too long, while teams like Red Bull and McLaren pitted immediately for intermediates. By the time Ferrari finally reacted, the damage was done. What could have been a podium challenge turned into a midfield survival race? This wasn't just a bad race. It was a clear warning that Ferrari needs to fix their problems now. One of Ferrari's biggest weaknesses in recent years has been their race strategy. And Australia was another example of how they just can't seem to get it right. Leclerc revealed after the race that Ferrari's pace wasn't great from the start, but it became much worse when the conditions changed. The moment the rain came, the top teams made bold, decisive calls. McLaren and Red Bull pitted immediately, no hesitation. Ferrari, they waited. Again. How many times have we seen this same mistake? How many more races do Ferrari fans have to suffer before the team finally learns to be aggressive when it counts? If Ferrari wants to fight for a championship, they can't afford to lose races because of hesitation. And if strategy wasn't already giving Ferrari fans a headache, another old ghost reappeared in Melbourne: excessive tire wear. Since last season, Ferrari has struggled to maintain race pace over a full Grand Prix distance. They're quick over a single lap, but when it comes to long stints, the car just eats through its tires too quickly. Leclerc suffered badly from rear tire wear in the final laps, especially in Sector 3, where traction is crucial. While McLaren and Red Bull managed their tires well, Ferrari fell back, losing time even to midfield teams. This is a major problem. If tire degradation remains a weakness, Leclerc and Hamilton will constantly be fighting an uphill battle against teams with a clear strategic advantage. Ferrari needs to fix this before it becomes a season-defining issue. Leclerc has shown time and time again that he has championship-level talent, but every season, something holds him back. Bad strategy, slow car development, or mistakes from the team. And in Australia, it happened again. Post-race, his body language said it all. This wasn't just frustration, it was a real concern. He admitted that confidence in the team is starting to crack, even though he continues to publicly support Ferrari. But let's be honest here. How long will Leclerc keep waiting? Fans are already questioning whether his loyalty to Ferrari is actually hurting his career. We've seen this story before. Fernando Alonso stuck around for too long, hoping Ferrari would fix their issues, only to leave after years of frustration. Could Leclerc be heading down the same path? If Ferrari doesn't prove quickly that they can give him the car and strategy he deserves, it wouldn't be surprising if he starts looking elsewhere. Ferrari fans, do you think Leclerc should start considering other options for 2026? Let us know in the comments. Another major concern is how far ahead Ferrari's rivals already seem to be. McLaren has made huge improvements over the past 2 seasons and looked dominant in Australia. Red Bull remains the benchmark, with Verstappen always fighting at the front. Even Mercedes, despite their struggles, looks like they are figuring things out faster than Ferrari. Meanwhile, Ferrari continues to battle the same problems year after year. While other teams evolve and solve issues, Ferrari seems stuck in time. And that brings us to the real question: is Ferrari even capable of fixing these issues in time to compete this season? Or is this already another lost year? The harsh reality? If Ferrari doesn't act now, they could lose both their star drivers and their shot at the 2025 title. The Australian GP made one thing very clear. If Ferrari wants to fight for the 2025 title, they need to fix their problems immediately. Having 2 world-class drivers like Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton means nothing if the team continues to fail in strategy, communication, and long-run pace. While McLaren and Red Bull keep pushing forward, Ferrari can't just sit back and watch. They need to act now, or this season will be another wasted opportunity. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think Ferrari can turn things around? Or is this just the beginning of another painful season for the Scuderia? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this analysis, hit the like button and subscribe to Formula One News for more updates on this crazy F1 season. Will Ferrari fix their mistakes, or is this just another year of disappointment? Let's discuss.